already get it. I think they mad cause they wanted the static. I see it, I want it, go get it, I grab it. I got it in pocket, I feel like a lad. No as a carpet, this must be magic. My bad like Jasmine, don't try to play, I get jealous, I'm spazzing. I'm wishing they would like some cabin. What are you doing? I leave them in dust. Popping that they never could touch. All of my life they be calling me rough. I guess they had enough. I be doing too much. I guess they had enough of me doing it up. I been looking at friends trying to pick one to trust. Why say you love me when it was just when you just could have told me you just want. My bad. I could have told you I passed and matched my foot on the gas. Cause all of you goofy. None of you know how to act. Sad. One give you my last. Hey, something you never might have. I look at them and I laugh. Why I gotta tell you to go get it back?
Welcome, folks, and what better way to celebrate the end of the week? Friday night basketball on 2K. Just about halfway through the season, Grant. Which half of the season went quicker for you, the first or the second?
You know, B.A., after all the anticipation, the first half just goes by in a hurry. And the second half, you are in a rhythm, so the games can blend into one. So, I'm going to be a politician. The answer is both.
All right, let's check out San Antonio's starting lineup. McDaniels out there with Obi Toppin. Then there's Max Christie. Then it's Flagg. And it's Chamberlain in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Tell you what, if you let Wilt get the ball there, that's the poster shot you can expect.
Banchero finds Jokic. Back to Banchero. Here's Arenas. Over Flagg. Cash money from 16 feet away.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Pass to Christie. And there's a pick. Inside. Stolen by Jokic. Here's Arenas. Defended by Christie. And it's Jokic missing.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him. Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
Banchero outside. Soft touch off the glass.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
Here's Flagg. On the take. Here's Chamberlain. And he dunks it down.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result. Got what he wanted, but then blew the lay-in. He tricked that one.
McDaniels can't hit.
Well, he won't miss many of those. Not when he gets a good look like that.
6 on the shot clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot. And here's Flagg outside. Here's Chamberlain. And he throws it down with one hand.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. Just over 2.5 minutes played here in the first. Jokic passes to Levine. And here's Banchero. Rebound by San Antonio. Chamberlain's got his 5th rebound in this one. And stolen by Jokic. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Anunoby. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 6 rebounds in the game. The Timberwolves making it to their 2nd straight Western Conference Finals last year, Clark.
Yeah, you know, what impressed me the most, I think, was making it last year as a 6th seed, gelling down the stretch of the season. They struggled for a good part of the season, but the last third or so of the season, they really came together. Just did not have quite enough to make it to the final.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Toppin. Here's Flag. He played a great game against Golden State. Chamberlain. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative.
Well, I think he did plenty of damage nonetheless. I mean, it was only with one hand, but he still threw that down pretty hard. And that is what we talk about. Make the next pass. Fantastic feat.
Spurs lead by 4. Here's Flag. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Christie. Takes a 3. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possession.
Arenas' shot is off.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 9 in this one so far. Anunoby for 3. Chamberlain pulls it in. San Antonio's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Toppin outside to the middle. Here's Chamberlain, guarded by Banchero. Oh, breaks the dunk off the deceptive pump fake. Anunoby for 3. Another miss by Minnesota. Spurs lead by 7. Here's Flag. Down low. And stolen by Banchero. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, B.A. Zach LaVine is becoming a more rugged defender. He said, it takes a toll. I've always been in great shape, but you have to be strong, too. The mental side of it, digging deep and figuring out how to get it done and how much you want it. Now, I like taking on those challenges. Guys, back over to you.
Making the commitment. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys. He's checked in for the Timberwolves. Now here's Jokic, tightly guarded. Pass to Arenas. The rebound by the Spurs.
He took it up strong, but the defense was ready for it.
Here's Chamberlain. Outside McDaniels. Six to shoot. Here's Flag. He's scoreless. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of a slump.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
Ooh, getting up there. I mean, Banchero wants everyone to know he's a threat to hammer it down.
It's hard to find a more impactful player in a complementary role than OG Anunoby.
Yeah, you're speaking facts right there. He's a switchable defender. Offensively, he's at his best spotting up, and he can attack in transition effectively. I mean, I think he's the kind of player that not only does every team want, he's the kind of guy that every team needs.
Jokic with a screen on Toppin. Here's Banchero. And it's Jokic. That time on the assist from Banchero.
This is what makes Banchero a difficult cover. His ability to pass it well in screen and rolls.
San Antonio leading by 7. Here's Flag. Outside Christie. Pass to Flag. Here's Chamberlain. Covered by Jokic. And a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Now Nesmith. No points so far. Pass to Jokic. Here's Arenas. Shot from the wing. Chamberlain pulls it in. Chamberlain's got 9 rebounds now. Here's Flag. Nesmith covering. Now here's McDaniels from deep, and that's a foul called on OG Anunoby. That's his first foul.
Defensively, their effort hasn't been great early on.
Giving up too many open shots. I mean, that's what's happening here. They look to me to be a bit sluggish.
A minute 35 left to play in the first. Here's Shepard. Pass to Wells. They set the pick. Shot clock at 6. Outside Nesmith. Here's Banchero. The shot misses. Good D by Sarr. Drives to the hoop. The layup off target. Timberwolves trail by 13. Pass to Shepard. Now here's Wells. Covered by Crowder. Here's Banchero. Crowder with a steal. To the inside. Suggs. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Here's Sharp. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Suggs. Oh, nice D from Nesmith. Minnesota has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Here's Banchero. Here's Wells. Pure from three-point range.
To me, one of the things that separates Banchero from others is his passing.
And here's the timeout from Mitch Johnson now. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Pass to Chamberlain. It could go. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Spurs out in front. They lead by 12. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, guys, what do you think so far on the offensive approach for the Spurs?
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
You know, points off turnovers is something else they've excelled in. I expect the opponent at least.
And they want a second opinion on that call. The signal for the coach's challenge has been made.
People were worried that this was slow.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
To adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And San Antonio making a change here. Turner's checked in. All right, we've now got our 2K insider, Shams Charania, on the line. He's got a special report. Shams, it's all yours.
Well, guys, a lot of excitement about this upcoming 2026 draft class, but quietly, some scouts voicing early concern about the quality of prospects in the class of 27. Now, there's still time for players to emerge, but expect this to impact the way teams value those picks.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Shams, thank you for the report. Clock at 6. It's Sharp on the wing. And with that one, the deficit trimmed to single digits.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Spurs lead by 8. Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. Suggs surveys the D. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Suggs showing you some major bounce right there. He went way upstairs on that one.
Pass to Banchero. Sharp, a screen on Sarr. To the paint. Oh, and Turner with a block. Over to the left wing. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. And here's Sarr. Over Banchero. Sarr misses.
Decent look from mid-range for sure, but that's not really his shot.
Finds room and goes for the jam. Banchero.
When he attacks the rim like that, Paolo Banchero, there's no stopping.
Pass to Crowder. Off target with the 3. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Yakichonis. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. San Antonio shooting their second and third shots at the line here. And he drops the first. And Minnesota making a change here. Levine's checked in. Hits both from the stripe. Here's Shepherd. Still no points. All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. There's the double team with Sarr. Banchero against Sarr. 5 to shoot. Fires from the wing. The rebound by Turner.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
And finished off by Sarr.
Easy enough for the 7-footer. Sarr bringing the house down.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Levine on the take. And Levine throws it down.
The big-time throwdown.
Check him out. Keeps the grip on that rim after the finish. A little extra emphasis.
Maybe that'll help them recapture their edge a little bit, guys.
Suggs against Levine. Three-pointer Yakichonis. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Oklahoma City where they'll face the Thunder. And that starts a 4-game road trip for them. Sharp, a screen on Sarr. Here's Banchero. Sarr pulls it in.
With that much room around him, it's hard to imagine he could have gotten a better shot.
And it's good for 2. And the Spurs lead by 12.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Suggs against Levine. Neesmith passes to Banchero. Offensive rebound. Second chance shot. Good D by Sarr.
Man, miss after miss for him. When you're having a quarter like this, the only beneficiary is the defense.
San Antonio leading by 12. Pass to Yakachonis. They set the screen. The shot, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten only 3 of 9 attempts to fall in the second. Oh, stolen by Turner. Suggs, the pass to Sarr. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
Well, defensively, against a young guy like Sarr, his size and energy can be overpowering.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. Gay's checked in for Banchero. And Sarr drops them both.
Yeah, they're really cashing in more at the line here in the second quarter.
Definitely, that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Well, he's checked in for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Arenas. San Antonio with a rebound. Chamberlain's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Pass to Shepherd. Now Jokic. 6 on the shot clock. Inside. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. It's 2-on-1. Ball's going up the court. Now Toppin. 2 points. That one goes. Toppin's gotten his 3rd basket of the night.
That's where Toppin does most of his damage, and he's incredibly efficient down there.
And Chris Finch wants a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Paul's checked in. Timberwolves trail by 16. Pass to Jokic. To stop the drought. Outside for Levine. Back to Jokic. Rebound San Antonio. Chamberlain's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. McDaniels against Levine. Here's Flag. Back to Daniels from the arc. With the clock winding down. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play.
Got a pigeon on that one. Easy money right there, fellas. Going old school on you young fellas. Look that up. Pigeon. Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
Pass to Flag. Here's Chamberlain. He's got 13. And we're going to have a jump ball. Two on the clock. Here's Flag. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. Jokic has got his 4th rebound in this one. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Arenas. Can they get it? Tipped.
Impeccable timing from the Rook. Flag proving once again how destructive a defender he can be.
They are winning despite his efforts. He's been off all night.
Going inside. Here's Arenas. Shoots a fadeaway. And down it goes. 2 points. Arenas has got 6 points.
Arenas' role is to score the ball. He's a very active shooter and keeps the defense on its heels with his attacking style.
Pass to McDaniels. Takes the 3. Rebound by Hall. And it's Jokic with the ball for the T-Wolves. It's a 16-point game. On the wing, Levine. McDaniels covering. Levine passes to Jokic. Good ball movement here by Minnesota. Arenas' shot is off.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Flag. He's got it. That makes him 2 for 8. Hopefully he can get it going now.
Yeah, Flag has a number of moves and shots to choose from in close. Already looking like a seasoned vet down there.
There's the drive.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team.
Timberwolves trail by 18. Outside Levine. Pass to Hall. Launches it. Sinks it from distance. Hall's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's 31 seconds left in the first half. And there's the screen. Here's Flag. He hits it. His fourth make in 10 tries.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
On the wing, Levine. Jokic with a screen on McDaniels. Right wing. Fires the three. And there's Jokic on the assist by Levine. Jokic has got 5.
He knows he can get his shot anytime he wants, and he also knows he has the green light.
And so the San Antonio Spurs up 14 as we wrap up the quarter. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. Time for a quick break, then back to the action.
Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the power rankings.
Well, right now for the Spurs, not much movement from them up or down, which isn't a bad thing. They've just shown force in their conference.
Yeah, they've established themselves as one of the premier teams. Marching towards that finish line, they're hoping to build on what they've done so far.
Let us take some time now to talk about the first half. A commanding performance for the San Antonio Spurs. Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. San Antonio leading by 14. They've got Nikola Jokic. OG Anunoby out there with Paolo Banchero. Then there's Zach LaVine, and it's Arenas in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Driving in, and it's rejected.
Man, what a well-coordinated athlete at his size. To add that superior timing, hard to get shots over Wilt Chamberlain.
To the middle. Here's Banchero. Oh, Banchero throws it down.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
And last season, the most efficient shooting season of Zach LaVine's career.
Yeah, B.A., 2.5% better in his free throw shooting. He would have had a 50, 40, 90 season on his hands, but his scoring is top tier.
Here's Banchero. That drops. And it comes off an assist from LaVine. LaVine's got 3 assists in the game.
And I think we're going to see a lot of nights like this from Banchero. He is built to score and never seems to take a play off.
Pass to Chamberlain. Now here's McDaniels. Here's Chamberlain. Zach LaVine clears it away. To the inside. Here's Banchero. Aggressive in the lane. Banchero.
Showing why he was drafted first overall, Paolo Banchero has been a hoop getter tonight.
Here's Flag. He's covered by LaVine. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Christie. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Since halftime, they've missed 3 of their first 4 shots. Still trying to get their legs under them.
And Anunoby gets it to go.
I just love the ball movement.
Spurs lead by 8. Second half of play here. We're just under 2.5 minutes past. Toppin outside. Here's Chamberlain. 13 points in the game. Clock at 4. Out to the right wing. Here's Flagg outside. The shot no good.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Oh, Banchero throws it down.
They're making smart adjustments, setting guys up for success.
It's certainly been an impressive run. They finally found the right formula to break down the defense.
And here's a timeout from Mitch Johnson. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guys. For San Antonio, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Pass to Christie to stop the drought. Hits a three-pointer. Christie's got 5 points now this quarter.
When you're watching him play, Flagg has promise as a playmaker. He's no ball hog.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, one thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we'd do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting. Guys?
Not a bad idea. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. Banchero passes to Anunoby. That's in. Coming off an assist from Banchero. Banchero's got his 3rd assist of the night.
By going cold in that first half, they made things hard on themselves, but they've been warming up since that time.
Outside Christie. Pulls up. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Here's Arenas, defended by Christie. Arenas with the bucket. And now just a 2-point San Antonio lead.
They're doing the job on both ends, getting stops and attacking offensively.
You know, it's taken a big run, but they were able to get back into this. Very impressive. No quitting these guys.
And just an important basket. I mean, especially with their lead dwindling.
Yeah, I agree with you. Good possession there. They had to stem the tide of this comeback a little bit, and I think they did with that play.
Hits the front of the rim and out.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Down low. Here's Flagg. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Banchero.
Now you watch Flagg. This rookie has endless energy.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Spurs.
They feel like they have an advantage inside, and so far they have done an excellent job exploiting it.
You know, something else that stood out to me is the fact that they continue to force it inside. They were intentional about getting that ball in the paint, and they were looking to score whenever possible in the post.
Neesmith, he's checked in for Zach LaVine. Iacochonis is checked in for San Antonio. Banchero finds Anunoby. Back to Banchero. From outside the arc. Rebound by San Antonio. They led by as many as 18.
Yeah, still close, but with their tough play on the boards, we're certainly seeing the effort.
Pass to Suggs. To the paint. Here's Iacochonis. And Arenas pulls it down. Arenas has got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Neesmith. And he lays it up and in.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Spurs lead by 3. Here's Iacochonis. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for 1 more. This will be his 3rd free throw of the game. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Crowder against Anunoby. Pass to Arenas. Lets it fly. Cans it with nobody near him. Arenas has got 6 points in the quarter.
Scoring well this quarter, picking up steam as he goes.
The Spurs have gotten only 4 of 10 shots to fall so far in the third. Suggs outside. The three. Hits the trifecta. Suggs has got his third basket on the night right there.
You can see Suggs' confidence growing over time with every three that he makes. Keep shooting them, Jalen. Keep shooting them.
Jokic in the post. He's against Turner. A rebound by Turner. Spurs lead by 7. Here's Yakichonis. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
And he just driving the stake in him there.
He's a guy who just never lets up.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for.
The three. And again, it's San Antonio with a three.
A lackluster effort on defense gave him the look he wanted.
The Timberwolves shooting about 47%. A nice number. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Here's Arenas. The shot is good on the assist by Jokic. Jokic has got 3 assists tonight.
Boy, not surprised to see great passes from Jokic. I mean, that's one of his best attributes. In fact, you expect that kind of greatness from the multi-time MVP.
Such a wide open look. Crowder's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Banchero against Sarr. Banchero in the post. 18 points for him. Rebound San Antonio.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Turner, no good.
He was wide open. That missed clearly on him.
Here's Jokic. Oh, and Turner with a block.
Gonna need a better effort than that to get it past Turner. He is an elite rim protector.
56 seconds left in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. The 3 from Suggs. And Anunoby pulls it down. Timberwolves trail by 13. Up top, Banchero. Outside Nesmith. Banchero passes to Arenas. Over Yakichonis. Rebound by San Antonio. Turner's got rebound number 7 tonight. Suggs outside. Pass to Yakichonis. He shoots it. Can't nail the jumper. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. San Antonio on top. They lead by 13. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Served him up. Tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And so in the game for the Spurs, Miles Turner out there with Sarr. Then there's Jay Crowder. Then there's Yakichonis. And it's Suggs in at the shooting guard position. Hammers the lob through.
Well, it's always good to see Arenas moving the ball like that. It really helps tie the offense together when he does.
Here's Yakichonis. Pass to Suggs. And here's Sarr. He's covered by Levine. And finished off by Sarr.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
That one goes in.
You know, it's not just the three-point shot for Levine. He's got a lot of bounce, and that helps him get to the hoop, too.
Here's Yakichonis. He drains it. Made half his shots. He's 5 for 10 now.
Boy, he's been a different player here in the second half, looking much more comfortable on the offensive end.
Left side, Levine. And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. From the top of the key, the rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 8 now. Here's Yakichonis. Pass to Suggs. With the drive. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. It's on Zach LaVine. That's good from Suggs.
I like a lot of things about Suggs. His toughness and physicality, though, kind of stand out, especially at both ends of the floor. And I think he just continues to grow as a player.
Here's Wells, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
San Antonio leading by 14. Here's Yakichonis. Pass to Suggs from behind the arc. And the three-pointer goes. Suggs has got 6 in the quarter.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
And a foul called on Jalen Suggs. That's his first foul of the game. OG Anunoby checked in for Wells. Oh, stolen by Turner. Back come the Spurs in transition. And finished off by Sarr.
Oh, just an artful little reverse slam.
Power and style. That was sweet.
Outstanding awareness and a terrific finish.
Pass to Nesmith. Here's Arenas. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. It's tipped.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
And here are the Spurs now. They're on a 12-4 run. Here's Yakichonis. Pass to Turner. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. On the wing, Levine. And Levine throws it down.
What a marvelous athlete Levine is, soaring off the ground with ease for the jam, and looks so good floating in the air.
Suggs outside. Pass to Yakichonis. Here's Turner. He's covered by Levine. Here's Yakichonis. Back to Turner. San Antonio moving the ball around. Sarr finds Suggs. Shot clock at 2. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He's decided it's time to clarify the situation, leaving little room for error. San Antonio ends up going with a new group.
Substitution on the court.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Van Carroll right side. McDaniels with some nice D.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Here's Flag. Outside McDaniels. Here's Flag. Just 5 on the clock. To the inside. Here's Chamberlain. And misses it off the right side of the rim. The Timberwolves have got 4 of 8 shots to drop here in this final quarter. Pass to Shepherd. Now Anunoby, guarded by Toppin. Levine passes to Anunoby. Here's Shepherd. McDaniels with the rebound. Here's Flag. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Banchero's got 5 rebounds in the game. Anunoby on the take. And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
You know his teammates got to love that. Anunoby taking it with authority.
Banchero against Toppin. Here's Flag. Christie with a screen on Levine. They still need this. And he lays it in.
Man, that's why they let Flag handle the ball. I mean, he makes great decisions.
Timberwolves trail by 17. Outside Anunoby. Toppin with a double team. From deep, Jokic. Outside for Levine. Off the mark there with a 3. The Spurs have gotten 6 of 8 shots to fall during this fourth. McDaniels against Anunoby. Pass to Flag. Take it away. Here's Shepherd. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Yep, that one goes.
You know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Timeout called. Mitch Johnson. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the last break, I listened in on Mitch Johnson's huddle. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Good job there, Allie. Thanks.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
Look, you can't forget the fact that Banchero averaged 20 as a rookie. We've seen him have lots of big scoring nights, and there's more to come for sure.
Oh, he jammed it.
He turns the offensive board into a big slam.
Wow, he was so well positioned there. Credit his anticipation.
That's exactly why it's important to work hard on the offensive glass, fellas, for chances just like that.
Levine against Christie. Six to shoot. Into the lane. A thunderous two-hander with authority.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
The free ball is down.
Hey, there's one thing we know about Gilbert Arenas now. There's not a shot that he won't take. He'll let it fly from anywhere.
1:51 left in the fourth. Christie outside. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Jokic. Bucket!
Yep, on the interior, Wilt's enormous size, just too much to overcome, and certainly something that can't be taught.
Levine outside. Oh, he finished it off. A beauty of a pass.
Strong performance from him, but he may need to do even more if they're going to win this game.
Yes, sir! The finish with the jam.
And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Spurs.
And they got a huge boost from their reserves tonight.
Yeah, the point differential between the two benches was a deciding factor in this game.
And this will give them their 7th win of the year. Timberwolves trail by 16. Anunoby fires. Ooh, the three doesn't go.
I think everybody in the building expected him to make that collective shot.
McDaniels. And yes, sir. It's the wide open J.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
Boy, a fantastic performance. And I tell you something, I mean, you get roadkill, that's always a challenge in the NBA, no matter what. And they got it done.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir! There's 31 seconds left in the fourth quarter here. McDaniels, a screen on Banchero. Here's Chamberlain, covered by Jokic. Oh, ho, ho! That's a man on a mission right there.
Stepping up and nailing an important shot to put this away.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
And so it's San Antonio easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be shocked by the way their team was dismantled.
Now, shocked and surprised. It doesn't matter what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to just waltz in.
I hang in the trenches with